Hey, what's good, everybody? King JB, you already know what it is. The MMAKingdom.com. Make sure y'all check it out all day, every day. Big shout out to all my sponsors. Y'all know who you are. WhatYourFight.com. Make sure y'all go check them out. Uh, Gorilla MMA. You can't fuck with them, man. Go check them out, man. Gorilla MMA all day. That's what we do. Don't forget the new management. You know what I'm saying? We real big on the management thing right now. We got some people already on the dotted line. Talking about multiverse management, man. That's what we doing, man. We're gonna get you fighters fights. We're gonna get you our sponsors. We're gonna do everything we gotta do, man. We keep it real all day, every day. Now, I want to talk about a few things real quick, man. Big ups to MMAMadhouse.com too. Big ups. Mobsters Fight Gear, y'all motherfuckers too. Now, let's talk about the controversy. Nick Diaz. Okay, I've been watching a lot of videos, including somebody I respect, Bloodstain Lane out there. He's taking. I already knew what side he would take, so I'm not, too surprised. Big ups to him. I respect his opinion. I think he does a great job with his work. It's a shame that some of y'all snitched on him and got his YouTube fucked up. With that being the case, I'm sure I'm probably next. You know what I mean? But let me go ahead and say some things, man. Look, man, this is business. This isn't about the fans always, man. Nick Diaz is unprofessional. He got a title shot he didn't even earn or deserve. Nick Diaz does not deserve to be the number one contender for any UFC title. What is he, 6-4 in the UFC? Yeah, I understand. He went off and went on a 10-fight win streak, in which his biggest win was against Paul Daly. Paul Daly's a great fighter, but let's be honest. You know what I mean? I'll give him props for that win. But what else do we got? Are we going to give him the Thomas Denny win? Frank Shamrock when he's 89 years old? Scott Smith? I'm not giving him that. KJ Noons? Evangelista Santos, who's like 20-18 or some weird shit? Let's be real here. Let's be real here. What made Nick Diaz a number one contender to start with? Then he has the nerve for the biggest fight to just not show up to scheduled events. Listen, for you guys that's saying no one watches the press conferences, you're wrong. I watch the press conferences. There's many people that watch the press conferences. The weigh-ins, many of us listen to the conference calls. You know what I'm saying? We do all that shit. And so to sit here and honestly think that no fans watch the press conferences, that's just fucking ignorant. It's not true. Nick Diaz is an employee. Any job you have, you don't show up to work and you cost your employer thousands of dollars in airfare. Let's be real. Nick Diaz kept telling him he was coming and to rebook the flights. That's $15,000 down the drain. And I ask anybody out there, even my homeboy Bloodstain Lane, do you have $15,000 to just throw away like that? And who the fuck you really think the UFC just wants to throw away $15,000? Not to mention all the other shit that they put into ads and all that for this fight. Carlos Condit was the number one contender anyway. Period. Everybody knows Natural Born Killer right now is the number one contender for the welterweight title. I'm super geeked that he's getting the title shot. He was on MMA Affiliates Radio. I'm a huge Carlos Condit fan. Big ups to Carlos Condit. Now, BJ Penn and Nick Diaz are gonna fight. But here, back to Nick Diaz. Listen, he does this shit all the time. I don't want to hear about how he has some sort of issues mentally. This is a profession. This is a professional billion-dollar company. And you're going to sit here and not show up when your boss tells you to. When you tell your boss you're going to show up. This is no different than any other Fortune 500 company, man. You have to show up to work. And all of y'all saying that it's just about the fight. You're fucking stupid. It's not just about the fight. And how can anyone say that? You know what I'm saying? Let me ask you, if you work at Taco Bell, is it just about making the tacos? No, you gotta prep. You have to clean the lot. You have to unload the truck. And yes, I know that because I used to manage them motherfuckers. I know that for an absolute fact. There's more to the story. There's more to your job than just getting in a cage and fighting. And for you people that don't realize that, I can't imagine how you got jobs. It's not just working. not in a real company. There's so much preparation that goes into the job. And what now we're talking about entertainment, the entertainment industry, in which promotion of the fight is very important. I don't like GSP either, but I give the man his credit. He wins his fights and he does what he has to do to promote the fight. Nick Diaz, everybody knew he wasn't ready to play the game. Everybody kept, and that's just the truth, man. Nick Diaz blew it because he's high as fuck. And sometimes it's like that. You know what I'm saying? I overslept my radio show the other day. Indiana, the whole state of Indiana is probably pissed off at me because I was impaired. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Sometimes things happen. But you know, when you're dealing with somebody like Nick Diaz, yes, I agree. They knew it was coming, but that don't make it right. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean you. We don't play by Nick Diaz's rules. It's by the UFC's rules. And in case you haven't been able to notice, the UFC's rules is what's made MMA so big, especially in the United States. And anyone that denies that is just a fucking idiot. You're just a fucking idiot. Nick Diaz blew his chance. He was unprofessional. And for people to say he doesn't deserve to be pulled out of the fight, that's bullshit. And people keep saying, well, what about the fans? What about the fans? Okay, listen. This is still a company. The customers are not always right. And we're not right if we expect Dana White to risk Nick Diaz not showing up to that title fight. This is an opportunity that he was given without winning shit in the UFC. Alistair Overeem has to come in and fight fucking huge ass Brock Lesnar before he gets his shot now, and he wanted to. You know what I'm saying? He agreed to that. He could have actually gotten a title shot, but Overeem is a competitor. He's a fighter, and I guarantee you that Alistair Overeem hypes and promotes the shit out of UFC 141. And it's going to break UFC records, guarantee you. Alistair Overeem, Brock Lesnar is going to break the fucking records. GSP and Carlos Condit is a better fight anyway. Carlos Condit will be your new UFC welterweight champion, and that's a fucking guarantee. And BJ Penn will beat Nick Diaz. And then what are all you Nick Diaz fucks going to say? The truth of it is, Nick Diaz does not deserve what y'all are giving him. Y'all are giving him props like he is the best welterweight in the world, and he's not. He's not even in. I'll give him. He's in the top 4. He is in the top 4. But Nick Diaz, man, just as quick as he beat Paul Daly, he could have lost to Paul Daly. His biggest win ever is against Paul Daly. We're talking about a man that lost to Joe Riggs. We're talking about Nick Diaz is not the #1 contender for the UFC welterweight title, and I don't understand how you guys can even remotely think so. He made his bed. He didn't want to play the game. He didn't do what his boss told him. He's lucky he's not fired. And now Cesar Gracie, after kissing Dana's ass, Cesar Gracie wants to come out and say, Dana, that Dana's not thinking about the fans and this and that. Listen, it's not all about us. You know what I'm saying? And for you guys to make it all about us, it's fucking stupid. All you whiny bitches out there that whine about the wrestlers and say they don't think about making it exciting for the fans. Fuck you. This is about winning. You can hate GSP all you want, but GSP wins. He gets paid. He's one of the best in the world. Period. Why does he have to fight for the fans? This is what he does for a living. It doesn't mean he fights for the fans for a living. And y'all got to realize that. It's not always about the fans. So, with that being said, I'm pretty much done. Nick Diaz fucked up. And that's it. That's it. Fuck him. He's not the #1 contender. He'll grow up someday, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Nick Diaz is not the #1 contender. I'm glad they took his bitch ass out of the main event. Period. Period. Gotta be professional, man. Well, I'm not professional, but I don't have a boss. I am my boss. But when you have a boss, you have to follow your boss's rules. Period. It's the way it goes. Big ups to Dana White for having the nuts to do that. Big ups to the UFC. He shouldn't even get the co-main event. He should be somewhere in Bama fighting Ben Askren. I mean, not Bama, but Bellator or something. I'm just keeping it real. That's what he should be doing now. But anyways, I'm out of here. The MMAKingdom.com. Check us out. I'm out.